Hello everyone and welcome to another match of Roulette Freestyle, the event where conditions aren't assigned to targets and all the maps are random and we can see some extra conditions, so it's a great 2 weeks of improv action. This time it's a round 1 match between Blithe and Jokerj, and this time my co-caster is Yannini. Welcome.
Hello, glad to be here. Welcome everyone. Excited for that one. Haven't casted a pre match yet, but we had some great matches yesterday. Was really amazing to watch.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, we've had 4 matches in the first day. No deciders, but the action in these maps were absolutely brilliant. Sometimes the game being very all over the place, sometimes with amazing clutches by the players. But this might be a closer one, and a very high profile match featuring Blithe, the RR7 champion from PC.
Indeed. So you know that's gonna be good, of course. You know those players, so yeah. We don't have time on the spin page, but just in a few seconds until we're good to go. And then we can see the first spin on Mumbai, which is the first map going to be played. And okay, it's loading. There you go.
Yes, the first spin is here, and pistol elimination, or the live kill, as a Queen's Guard. Queen's Bodyguard with loud AR for the second kill, and the third one is Thrown Barber Razor as Bollywood Bodyguard. Well, very guard heavy spin with 2 fire rounds and 1 live kill.
Which can be good or bad, because like all 3 disguises are, of course, like you get them kind of for free if you get to the target. But on the other hand, we have 1 live kill and 1 loud kill. So might not be that easy to get both of those disguises without a problem. But I'm not really in the thinking style of freestyle, which means like I'm not sure which one you want to choose for which targets, but we'll see.
Yeah, intrigued by it. I feel like loud kills for these targets are generally a bit more difficult, except when it's the Maelstrom. At least that's my understanding. So could be a loud AR Queen Bodyguard.
I think so as well. It sounds kind of sensible, you know. And if you have a Barber Razor, like Bollywood Bodyguard, of course, like kind of would make sense to do that for Dawood. And pistol elimination Queen's Guard, that's very much possible with Vanya. So yeah, that if you look at it like this, and the spin is actually not that bad. I think it's very doable.
Yeah, that's the great part of freestyle, is that you might be getting a specific or even difficult looking like roulette condition in regular roulette, but here you can just switch it around and find the perfect condition for the targets, and it seems like that is a very sensible way to allocate these 3 kills. We'll see if the players will do that. What they have done so far is they did the Maelstrom ISO, changed into Holy Man, and now approaching the Barber Razor and the Barber, of course.
Indeed. Blithe choking out the lady as well. Should be no problem. Don't need the disguise, but just the razor. Kind of hide the bodies to be extra safe. I don't think anyone will come, but no, why not? And yeah, it's the Barber Razor for him. Meanwhile, Joker is already on the train yard, starting to distract the Queen's Guard to get that disguise. Then he should be ready for the first kill.
Yeah, Vanya is so easy without any loadout, with any disguise. I think it's only like the accidents and loud kill methods that are a bit tricky for her, so pistol elimination should be no problem. Gets disguise and we'll be throwing the brick in the melting pot very soon, I assume.
Exactly. Bricklaw makes that very convenient, and then she should be on her way. It's
Yeah.
been distracting the guy. Why not?
I was
And
wondering about
Blithe
that.
now. Yeah? Yeah.
Perfectly legal, but just uses the other one.
No, why not? Blithe, in-game time, is a bit behind, but like he's doing pretty much the same thing, just like a bit delayed. So you know, it's but there's not too big of a difference yet. So let's see what's gonna happen there. I've also acquired the Queen's Guard disguise, and now both are waiting for Anya. Oh, sorry.
Um, no worries. Yeah, I think the next minute, well, the main part of the next minute, or who can take the lead after that, is all depends on the Vanya speed and the entourage being able to follow her closely or not. So it's going to be a bit of bumping and so.
I mean, Blythe also has a bit of an advantage here because he threw in the brick before getting the guard outfit, and Joker did it afterwards. You know, it's of course a bit safer, but just means that he kind of that of course for Blythe Vanya was out a bit faster, so he could decrease his like he was a bit behind, but he totally caught up. It's very much close. That's the first kill for Blythe. And yeah, she's panicked, but also the second kill for Jokerj. Very nicely done. Very, very close.
Yeah, both of them changing into Queen's bodyguard, and seems like they will be taking the detour to the Maelstrom, but I'm fairly sure that is a SMG on Joker's back. An HX7. I need to check that very quickly, but
It indeed looks like it. I think so as well. That looks a lot like an SMG.
yeah, it's a very typical 200 SMG, sadly. So we are going to see a wrong kill in all likelihood, which is going to be really
I
heartbreaking.
do hope not, but it looks like it, yeah. Well. That would be very sad.
Yeah, it will be the right disguise, but the wrong weapon, and this
Yep.
situation even isn't the safest. We've seen others get away with it, but the body does get found sometimes, but regardless, it is an invalid kill,
Yeah.
and we'll be notified
Okay,
of it very shortly.
Yeah. Well, I'll take care of that quickly.
Yeah. We have a big restart, and Joker was... I think that would have been the winning move here, because he did have time to get the kill done and basically get a 1 kill advantage over Blithe, but this is now all gone after this, and he will get this Dawood ISO, which is now what Blithe is working on, a bit ahead real-time wise with the Dawood ISO, and is getting everyone down very nicely. And lastly, the Dawood KO. He has all the necessary items. Well, he has the Barber Razor and the disguise right here next to Dawood, so that will be kill number 2. And then he has to get a SMG to finish it off. And it was indeed in a briefcase, so I think it's the Wrath AR. Didn't see the urgency pickup which one he went for, but he has the right firearm, so it is now just 1 kill and a dump away. Ooh, for Joker it doesn't really want to work out so far because of the target lockdown. We, by the way, lost Yanni. Hopefully we'll get him back very soon. Oh, disconnecting up will be a bit difficult to manage, but luckily this is about the end of the first map. Blithe is dragging to this scary area, which did keep the green cans for Joker. But will it be fine for Blithe as well? This is for the win. I will notify him in just a second. Okay, Mando also wrote the message, so it will be fine, but there's so much is happening for Jokerj. What a sad situation. And now Blithe taking it safe, taking care of these metal workers to finish this last kill. Queen's a bodyguard kill, loud AR done on the Maelstrom. That's 3 kills in 7 minutes. Everyone has been hidden. Don't think anyone should be finding the other 2 bodies. So it will be just a race to the exit, and Blithe will get a sort of first shine. It's a body found on... I can't really tell who it was. Or at one point, or at which point was he armored. It's a very small picture for here. Blithe just needs to get to an exit before other bodies would get found, which is not really the case here. Still green guns. Just a couple of seconds to go, and what would have been a really close map, I feel like, sadly ends with a illegal kill on the Maelstrom for Jokerj, so Blithe takes the first map. Yeah, that's a very good point that Mando makes. If Yannini doesn't have Discord, then I will have to notify the players, but it's really hard without an admin telling the time. Oh. Yeah, that was great. So, what is going to happen now? At least Yannini is in the chat, so he is good to let us know what should be happening. Let's see. So is it viable for Yannini to tell the times here, because there is nothing else that has to happen at the moment? If Yannini tells the time in Twitch, then we can use freestyle matches for these updates, and basically Yannini can do it from the browser, I guess. Oh, also, would the browser version of Discord work for you? We can check it and then basically use it as a last resort, that someone else can type in the matches channel. Just a bit of a delay. Doesn't affect gameplay or anything. Wouldn't affect adminning for the most part, but Discord presence is sort of required here. Not seeing Yannini in the browser just yet, so we'll keep waiting a bit. Did not notify the players about the start at 15, so let us keep a pause for a bit longer until we figure out a way to continue. Discord.com doesn't want to load. Is it like a Discord status that says something? Just really curious if there are any outages anywhere else, but all systems are operational. So it is a Yannini issue at the moment. And fairly unlucky. And I think that's the easiest part, is that Mendo can have the temporary perms, and then he can notify the players with the necessary updates. And then a template would be one that I'm sending in DMs right now. And then I guess for good measure I can also send the actual file that I'm using for these. I would say that once Mendo posts, the updated time, which is going to be mentioned in chat, and then once you guys agree on it in real time, I think we'll have two admins, or the Discord admin and the website admin, working on it together. And it seems like 18 past the hour is when we continue. So with the delay to 18, we have under 2 minutes now until the second map, which is Sapienza. Once again, 5 maps were drawn upon scheduling the match, and they are played in order as long as they are necessary until someone reaches 2.5 points. And they were Mumbai, Sapienza, Santa Fortuna, Marrakesh and Berlin. Berlin getting the second draw in a row as a decider. So if we get 2-2, then we'll have a no time limit Berlin decider, but we have to get there, of course, and we haven't had a decider just yet. We have had 2 sweeps and 2 3-1 results, but eventually we will have something, I'm sure. Less than a minute now, and players are getting ready for Sapienza. We give the players one refresh between maps. I have had some issues with buffering recently, but I guess as long as there is no co-caster to spoil the action, I can finally cast them in real time, but hopefully Yannini will return soon, and then it's not a lonely cast. Of course, it's very strange to have everything work but Discord, with Discord status saying everything is fine, so it's a strangely local issue, but it is now 18 past the hour, and here's the second spin of the match. All X as melee as the Plague Doctor, and any Fire X as the Waiter. Two large melee items, and one melee and one thrown. Probably might just be a second melee, depending on the disguise or whatnot. And Need to turn Joker up a bit so that I can have some game sound. And Joker's in a bit quicker even, and makes the waiter sick for this guy's grab. It's probably a method to, or a good method to get the disguise which is further away from the mansion and figure out things from there. Getting the Plague Doctor is a formality. Old X and Fire X are... Well, at least the Old X is a bit more challenging because it's further away from the mansion. The Fire X is basically below the observatory. It won't be too hard to get, but with the Old X being the live kill, I could imagine a possibility that Francesca would be the Fire X kill. And then, as a mansion security, they would take the tour to the church graveyard shed to get the Old X and summon Silvio a bit later, or in second cycle, we'll see about that. Very similar gameplay so far. About the same as it was in Mumbai. Joker a bit behind in terms of in-game time as well as real time, and 1:47 at the moment, 2 minutes 30 seconds for the Francesca kill. It will be a rush, especially with Joker having to go back to the ICA safe house for a dart gun. Blithe has good timing to get to her at 2.5 minutes. Joker, I would consider him a bit behind at the moment. Blithe has the guard named Alexis to take care of, a very infamous guard in this situation, and Blithe has of course also time to get the axe, which Joker won't have at all because now it is 2 minutes 30 seconds, and it seems like Joker will just do the Silvio isolation and kill Francesca live in a different cycle. Perfect for Blithe. It is 2:20 now. You get there at 2:26 or so. Barely any waiting involved. There is the any Fire Axe. Can be thrown or melee. And Blithe a quite significant lead because the tougher target has been taken care of. Joker needs a good cycle for Francesca to catch up. Of course, Joker also got a kill down, and he also gets a disguise along the way, as Blithe will have to... Yeah, he's just looking at a disguise to get a guard disguise to be exact, to be able to carry the axe. And gets it right with green guns. Of course the gun, or the sniper in this case, might be a bit worrisome to get, and that's big whoosh. Because Chef Marcello sought the sniper for a long time. But now it's taken care of, and also, wow, the sniper was almost dropped in front of Rocco's sister. Could have been a very big rip there. But Blithe survives. Joker taking a bit different route and might be taking care of the virus early, and that can also count as a Francesca trigger to get her in the laboratory or nearby. We'll see what happens with that second kill, but Joker might get the second objective earlier. Still is considered to be a bit behind in this Sapienza spin. Recording has been deleted, but not the virus. That will be a different situation. And he has the EMP in hand. We can see some suspicion because the lab technician was going down to check out the bullet distraction. Jokerj has thrown the EMP there, but doesn't detonate just yet. That EMP will be picked up by the technician in about a minute. However, I guess there is some chance that because of that EMP was below or under the table, that it might not be seen by the technician. We'll see about that very shortly. Blithe has the X now. Makes his way back to the mansion, all legal. Rocco's sister once again making an appearance. Blithe taking back his tactical sniper, great for the virus of course. And after the body being found, there are some extra action here in the naked guard of course, who is running, which is almost tradition in freestyle now that someone has to be running uncontrollably fast. Guard will get his disguise again, and Blithe can use the observatory panel, I would assume. So with that, Silver will make his way under the solar system, but of course that's not the main point. The main point is that the two guards can be KO'd there, and then Silvio eliminated with the old axe. Jokerj is also transporting the old axe from the church to the mansion. 6 minutes and 45 seconds for him at the moment. That means the second cycle is about to be over. We'll see if there's anything else that can be done with Francesca. "20 pixels on Blithe's screen." It is quite dark there. At least we are not going to the Isle of Scale next, but there is a big rip for Blithe. He was found trespassing because that guard takes a 180 to a 360 picker poison. It is a big head turn that happens there, and Blithe didn't hide himself enough. Jokerj now with the commanding lead. That is quite a brutal rip there. Changing the course of this first map, for the second map, sorry, by a lot, because Jokerj will now just have to wait for Francesca. Interestingly, he's approaching it from above, from a different angle. Not exactly sure what direction he will approach it from. He doesn't have the X at the moment. Yeah, the EMP might have been lost, or it's very likely to have been lost. Because of the technician noticing it, you need a really lucky bounce there. A throw would not get it hidden. So I wonder about this approach from Jokerj. I think he will just have to wait this one out. I'm not sure if he has any strengths to speed this one up. Otherwise, I think he will have to wait for the third cycle Francesca, and it will be about a minute until that happens, but then it is a rock solid isolation. Now he has the calmer. But Jokerj will take it very safe and wait until Francesca is at the table, which is now at 9.5 minutes. Waits until the guard is far enough away so that there is no gun flash with the illegal item. There's the kill, there's the body hidden.
Now destroy the virus.
And now just the virus kill remaining. And the moment of truth is when Jokerj reaches the EMP detonator, which is still not taken by, or it might be taken by the technician, but will it detonate the virus? I think it is a very crucial question. It is either under the table, which is close enough to the laptop, or it is on the technician, who half in his cycle is next to the laptop, but in the other half he's a bit far away. I don't really see the EMP there. There's a detonation, but it was on the technician and will not detonate close enough to the stalactite, but to the laptop, but there is the stalactite backup as mentioned before. Silence pistol there will find the tiny hole, will take a slightly riskier but quicker approach to the stalactite, keeps the green guns through the shot, and now it's
Now head towards an exit.
just about 5 seconds-ish to go, unless there is some whooshes to catch him, but there's the exit, and that might just be a 1-1. So all tied up, making this first of 1.5 affair, or call it a best of 3 basically. 11 minutes and 11 seconds for that Jokerj win. I think eventually a first try. I think it was the slower run. I think Blithe was quite close to finishing this one before Jokerj, but that was one very crucial rip which decided Sapienza, and sometimes that's all it takes. One person ripping late, one doesn't, and taking the point that way. So it is map number 3 now, and going back to season 2 for another map of the Big 5, Santa Fortuna with 3 targets. This is now the 3rd Santa Fortuna of the tournament. The opening match had one with very famous Chris X3 clutch on Jorge, and followed by the late night match with Fenium winning over Matty Spines. Had a Fenium Santa Fortuna win. I'm thinking what was the deciding factor there, or I don't really remember anything specific there, because it was just a very nicely done 7-minute run from him. But now it is the 3rd map and the 3rd Santa Fortuna of the tourney. No ties so far, so hopefully that keeps up and someone will get a match point. .35 past the hour for Santa Fortuna, which is just under 2 minutes now, or even 1.5. And Jokerj is asking in advance for a longer break after center Fortuna. It's good to keep in mind. And that's funny, yeah, because the match admin, the website admin Yannini doesn't have access to Jokerj asking for the break, but Mendo will tell Yanni that after center Fortuna a longer break is requested. And this guarantees 2 maps now. No one can win it in 1 map, so we will see Marrakesh at least. And still the chance for a 2-2 tie after 4 maps, which will mean Berlin will be played as the no time limit decider. We are getting really close to the 3rd map, and actually it's seconds away now, and the spin is here. Machete as barman, scissors as hippo whisperer, and sniper rifle as hippie. Hippie and hippo, but 3 unique disguises and 3 regular kill method. Machete, scissors can be done any wave thrown or melee, and the sniper rifle, loud or silenced, both work. Will probably be smuggled in a briefcase. At least obviously that's the only way to smuggle it. The ghost is expected, or another silent sniper. Jokerj is really quick with the load and starting submarine to isolate Rico. There's the proximity concussion mine for Delgado. Which will be stepped on or triggered by Rico when he gets there at around the 2-minute mark, and then after that any of the kills can be used there, the machete, the scissors and the sniper. So I don't really see a kill here very early on, because the barman is the only disguise close by for Jokerj, but the machete is at the coca field. The sniper can be smuggled in, but the hippie takes a bit longer to get with the...
Hello again. Well,
Oh my
that
God,
was something. Yeah, glad to be back.
Yeah, welcome back.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot has happened. Just back for the 3rd map, I see. So, I mean, yeah, so that's nice. Let's focus on map 1. And as you said, yeah, should not be too difficult. And let's see what they do.
Yeah, good spin so far, and very exciting. Sapienza, just of course a slightly bit too heartbreaking for Blithe, but now we have a 1-1 score, and different approaches, submarine versus mansion stuff.
Indeed, very interesting. And I mean, it's 1-1. You know, it's first, yeah, best of 5. So like, you don't have to do nothing decided yet. So it's gonna be interesting, and also with the multiple approaches here, I think that might be very interesting. Jokerj already he's still in the submarine crew, but he's gonna isolate Andrea here.
Yeah, this time there is no very quick kills as Blithe gets spotted, so has to restart his mansion staff approach, and giving it 2.5 lead to Jokerj now.
Yep. Damn. Well, it shouldn't be. Yeah, Indian time-wise, Jokerj of course definitely ahead. Doesn't look too bad now for now though. Jokerj has not accomplished that much yet. I mean, of course, definitely something. But I think definitely. I mean, on a big map, definitely catchable. But let's see. I mean, it also depends a bit how well the approaches actually work out.
Oh, Joker
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
crouch.
Oh man, I feared that would happen. Oh no. Think I personally will never do that again, just because I got eliminated from a tournament from that. So it's nothing that will happen again to me. But everyone has to learn that lesson, I guess, at some
Yeah.
point. But
There
Fortuna
are-
one is particularly bad.
There are those traumatic experiences, and hopefully it doesn't become one, but one that he can learn from and always crouch after shooting the evidence. So back the lead for Blithe, who
An underground cage system with
who is looking more promising with the first quick kill because he has the sniper rifle after the Rico isolation and will get the hippie now, and this is very likely to be a Andrea kill at 2 minutes or so. Is this going to be even quicker? Oh no, he just uses the soda can to distract them, and then the clock radio for the hippie. Very quick and efficient.
Yeah. Sounds quite likely. Now, on the way. And interesting. It looks like Joker's just gonna do the same thing, and yeah, Blythe is really looking quite solid for his first kill.
Yeah, it should be until about 2.5 minutes to be nearby. I think Andrea is already in position, but shouldn't be too late, and that will be a nice first kill. And with Rico already isolated, it's good progress so far for sure.
Definitely. I mean, interesting. Of course, Blythe now has the other two kill 1 and 2 left. So Barman quite nearby. Machete, of course, is in the coke field. So that might be an argument for doing it for Jorge. And yeah, Blythe not gonna happen the same thing. Very careful there.
Hopefully, a bullet impact though, but gets away of
Yeah.
course. So I think by process of elimination, if the machete is near Jorge, I think that's a fine kill with the barman, and then the Hippo Whisperer is allowed near Rico or that garage. So
Yep.
should just be the scissors kill with there, and I think we get the scissors from this barber place.
Yeah. Indeed. You know, I mean, Hippie, like the only guy. I mean, yeah, Hippie Whisperer also isn't allowed near Jorge. Only Hippie would be, but you know, doesn't really make much sense because Machete is near Jorge, so it's like would have to traverse the map a lot. So it's not too difficult to get in a house like in a trespass disguise. So it's just gonna activate the fuse box to get the barman out.
Both are working on disguises with distractions, using the radio on Joker's side and the fuse box for Blithe and getting the barman. He should be the one. Yeah, he's going now. And as long as there is no civilian near the tree, but I don't see it on the minimap, so these guys should be taken easily by Blithe.
Indeed. He's gonna also distribute the kills probably the same way. Joker's throwing his briefcase over. Oh, no, that was not heard, but interested why he did that. But yeah, it's gonna be his first kill with the sniper rifle, and Blythe very much on his way to into the compound. I'm interested if he'll stop for the Rico kill, like
the Del Cartel PR officer and public.
in the meantime, or if he'll just do that in the end. Probably at the end. Just go through Jorge in one motion and then collect back at the also have the car keys, etc. So it might be the way here.
Timing wise, I would assume that it's just better to get to the Jorge area by 6 minutes and probably peekaboo if he's a bit late for the seeker.
Well,
He's
I say
looking
proving us
at
both wrong.
Yeah.
I was gonna throw the can to distract those two. Interesting. Nice traversal of the mansion. That looks pretty good. And well, he's here now, but of course not the Hyperspur, so
And
interesting
also
how he'll get there.
no machete, and of course can't mix and match the conditions. Has to be the barbarian with the machete and scissors as the whisperer.
Yeah, but looks like he's gonna grab a guard from outside. So this could mean that either he's just gonna take the managed god disguise and then go back and forth for the machete, or go back and forth for the Hyperspur.
Yeah, both
No,
are
both.
options.
Both worked.
This will be like
Both.
his safe house to store the disguises and the items. Ooh,
Just gonna wait
that
till it
turns
turns
a bit
around. Yep.
difficult, but he will wait it out, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Might have been a bit difficult if he let him walk further and would have opened the door. That could have maybe caused some trouble, but looks very good. Yeah. Now let's see what of those two options he will do. Of course, Jorge is now on his way again, but I assume he has a seeker, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. In the meantime, Jokerj is trying to get the Hyperspur, who's not enforcing the the area here, which makes it a lot easier.
Has to watch out a bit, I guess, if that recoil body is a bit out in the open, but I think
Yeah.
that dot is very much inside that next corridor, so shouldn't be seen by the Whisperer. Bit desperation on Joker's side. Chaos with the thrown item, and isn't found in the end by the guard. So
Yeah, very well done. It's gonna be, actually that's going to be the second kill for him, I would assume.
if he picked
Has
up
he
the
put them?
if he picked up the scissors already, then
Yeah, he did, and that's kill number 2. I mean, yeah, technically, but he has 2 kills down already. While Blithe does not, which is very nice. I do not think he has acquired the barman disguise yet.
he hasn't. So it will be a trip back to the village and a couple
Yeah.
of detour. A second cycle seeker for Jorge around the 10-minute mark looks decent. I don't think he can get that last kill before that. As for Blithe, he will get the second kill, and it's a bit closer to Jorge, so interested to see.
Yeah. The main difference here really is that they both have the barman, both have 2 kills down soon, and then barman and have to get over to Jorge. And of course, Blithe is a bit closer, but especially Blithe is a bit further in game. He has 50 seconds ahead, or 45 seconds ahead in game time, which means he is closer to that second cycle. Jorge on his way back to the shed, as you mentioned. So that might be a deciding factor here.
Yeah, it's a game of cycles here. And of course, hopefully it's not Jorge who decides with his randomness. And Blithe got a silenced pistol. I'm not sure where the sniper rifle is at the moment. Oh, it's not needed. What's needed is the machete. My bad.
Yeah. Also bombman for Jokerj. No. Blithe got a pistol to try to traverse the mansion area this way. This looks to be pretty risky, but I'm sure he
Yeah.
knows what he's doing.
I think it all it takes is just one precise distraction to turn them away. They will stay there though.
I mean, he needs to be careful. He's the guard could see him shoot, and then he's gonna rip his run. So this is not easy to get out of. You might want to consider going all the way around, but it's also nearing that 10-minute in-game time mark. So you do want, So he's still going to do that now. He's just going to go the other way around, which I think is definitely very sensible. Oh, just go here. Of course, it also don't have to go the whole way around. That's very nice. Can sneak it past here. Of course, mansion, hostile mansion in the middle of the map. Not not easy to traverse for sure.
Yeah, Blithe will have to wait for these two to turn around, and by the time that happens, I think Jokerj will be closer to Jorge, but of course the in-game time is in favor of Blithe, and
Might very well be the case, yeah.
from that it all depends on who has what items. Big whoosh for Blithe, and it turns into a peekaboo, but hidden well enough behind the hedge.
Could be okay. Yeah, could be okay out of the mansion anyway now. So that's interesting. They're both very close actually now, but they're both at pretty similar points to be honest. Blythe's just a bit further away, but the only main difference is here that Blythe is 30 seconds in time ahead. So the main question for me is which timing will work out better here. Like, actually, I mean, the horror is quite similar on both sides to be honest. Of course, Blythe advanced in the cycle, so I think they could both get him with a nice figure shot to the toilet, which would mean they would be very, very close then. Nicely, Jokerj already on his way, picked up the machete. Blythe has not done that yet, but he just wants to get a figure shot on the way as quick as possible because Jorge is gonna leave for the shed soon, which is also, it's also a possibility. But yeah, figure shot landed.
Yeah, I think the only way to really be in a tough situation if Jorge is too close to that wrong bathroom, which doesn't seem to be a case. It's really close, but okay, he's going for the right one.
Fine. But Jokerj, I'm not sure if he doesn't have a seeker, but he's going for the shed, which could also work out because Jorge, but Jorge is on the last stop of the cycle. So he has to hurry up. It's already the kill down for Blithe soon. He has him isolated. She just needs the machete though. Oh, this is close. It's actually closer than I thought. I thought Joker's kill would be too slow, but that Blithe doesn't have the machete yet is a problem.
Oh, Joker's so close to finishing as well. Does the peekaboo work? It's not working for Jokerj.
Oh my god.
Getting no whoosh on him as Blithe is approaching.
Oh no. He didn't go in. Oh. That's heartbreaking. Oh man.
What he can do still is distract Jorge maybe. Get the kill. Is that happening before the door opens? I think Jorge is hidden. I think
that will work out,
Jokerj takes the lead in the last seconds.
Oh my god! What a map! And the lady turns it around. It should be it for Jokerj.
But it is most likely to be
it will be photo finish, pretty sure.
Jokerj gets to the exit. Blithe gets to the last target and has an exit disguise, but this is valuable seconds, and it might be more than 10, more than 15, and Blithe on PC, not sure if he can compete with this one. Jokerj is most likely to take this map.
Oh my. That is something.
Incredible clutch. Luckily you will be able to tell us if it's 30 seconds more or less, if you need to get that photo finish out of the way.
It should be pretty straightforward, I think.
19 seconds.
Both had one restart, and they were still so close. And with all the ups and downs and the struggles they both had, that was an extremely exciting map.
Amazing, yeah. Blithe took just the right amount of time, like getting to Jorge, because I think he had the lead at the midway point. But of course the approach with the mansion area might have cost him, because otherwise he had the seeker, he had the stretch ready. Of course, if he were to get the machete as barman, also it would have been a bit faster, but 19 seconds, just incredible close. And of course Jokerj, with his own troubles with Jorge at the end, could have been won by both.
Well, I'll just calculate that out and I'll report back in like 3-4 minutes.
That sounds good. And of course, keep an eye out on the chat if he were to waive it, but it's under 20. Doesn't seem to be happening, and it's all fair for him, for Blithe, to wait out the results, which is, by the way, the first photo finish of the tournament, and I think the first one since TPI even. I don't really think that Bingo had one. I guess someone with a better memory can correct me on that. But yeah, what a map. And Jokerj with the likely lead against the RR champ will make for an amazing last 1 or 2 maps. Blithe got the Chameleon achievement with the barman grab. Yeah, of course he has put so much effort into learning roulette. Some disguises you just don't take because it's fairly obvious how to get. So this has been map number 3, and no matter what, we are going to Marrakesh. But will it be a Blithe or a Jokerj match point, or perhaps neither if they end up too close again? Important to mention that it's not a set threshold below which the ties are awarded. Of course, in other tournaments it would be 2, 1 or 0 second difference, then a tie is awarded. Here it is a half a second margin of error for each load. So I think if there haven't been too many restarts, then it's a 2-3 second threshold as well. But we'll see. It's a good story from R7 that Blithe did indeed score some photo finish wins because his PC loading times were quite slow compared to the PC opponents. But this is a Jokerj on console, a new gen console though, so might be a bit closer on loading times. 19 seconds still. Significantly, so we'll see what happens with that. This is the 7th match from the top, looking at the brackets. So I guess it's the last quarter if you want to imagine. And the winner of this match will play Linux Penguin in the quarterfinals. That's already been decided. And from this half we have Fenium in the quarterfinals, and he's waiting for the winner of PGRO versus Mika, who will play later today. Joker's first ever photo finish, and he claims it's nerve-wracking, and can understand that, but also at the same time there's nothing you can do at this point anymore, so time to just use this as your break perhaps. And wait for the numbers to come out in your favor. They sometimes do, they sometimes don't. It's part of the game. It's crazy how every match so far had something significant from the first one even. With the Jorge shenanigans on Chris X3 to the second match where Linux and Ashton had a very chaotic Mendoza, Chromex versus Rocky. I think all 3 maps were brilliant, and Rocky could have taken several maps there. He has done really well with some of his late runs. And then Matty Spice versus Vanium, a very nice back and forth, which ended 3-1 Vanium, but I think that Haven will be remembered for a long time as well. We have 2 more matches today. It will be 4 hours from now. The next one with Louis versus Mikuler, also starting in Mumbai, by the way. Actually, all 3 matches today feature in Mumbai because the PG versus Mika match has map 3 Mumbai. That will start with Berlin, which might be the first Berlin of the tournament if this decider does not get played.
Okay, I am back and have results for you.
Oh, let us hear it.
Yes, so Jokerj presented 90 seconds earlier. Blithe, they both restarted one time. Blithe loaded for 27 seconds, Jokerj loaded for 16 seconds. which means with that factored in, Jokerj finished 8 seconds earlier, but that is enough then to win the map, and which means Jokerj takes the lead 2-1.
Fascinating, and yeah, we can see that Blithe has gained back 11 seconds from the 19 he was behind, but still with an 8-second difference left. And very close, indeed closer than expected. And yeah, the Blithe player gaining on the console. But that is the case with Blithe, and some great scorelines happened that way in the tournament. Close ones as well.
Yep. Oh my. What an exciting match. Now Jokerj 2-1. Next up it's gonna be Marrakesh. And well, this could go either way. Either Jokerj. I mean, I think it's fair to say that Blithe is the favorite as our champion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe we'll see an upset by Joker, or Blithe will tie it up, and we'll see a Berlin decider.
Yeah, this has the potential to go 5 maps for once. Would be the first match to do so with a decider. But we will see, I guess, what happens there. Joker is really not looking forward to Berlin, so he will be hoping to get into the 4 maps.
Yeah.
We got 3 minutes until that.
Indeed. I know we're excited for a 10-minute break, but you know, we did have quite an extended break, so I think we should be good to go in a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is indeed crazy, man. That Son of Fortuna was super close and exciting. And now for Marrakesh, I don't think I have that much of potential.
Not really.
Exciting, but you know, I can always be surprised.
I think for like 2 target maps, it is enough of a expectation to maybe hope for the 2 different approaches to appear, like switching up, like target 1 versus target 2 with different kills, but
That's
it won't
always
be
nice
as
to see.
yeah.
You know, it depends on. It just really depends. On the spin, of course.
Yeah.
But we will see that soon. But yeah, I mean, claws generally is not the hardest for many conditions, and Razor's also easily lured. So yeah, Marrakesh for free.
Perhaps the restricting part would be if one condition is impossible to get Klaus with, for example, Battle Axe with some disguise or some combination, some rare combination, not that many, that would disallow a first cycle Klaus. But I'm curious to see if we can get any conditions which force players to switch it up and maybe go Razor, which is of course happens sometimes, but quite rare in Roulette.
Indeed. But some of the guys might incentivize that. You know, sometimes you do want to get some early, for example. You know, like Steve the Intern, people like that. And that's sort of constant internship. And but of course, you know, starting with this guy in the school is also always interesting. We've seen a lot with the Seeker, and you know, that are all options for the players.
3-ban method in Marrakesh: drowning, electrocution, and falling object, which I think leaves us with, I guess, the fall and consume poison being a bit more interesting. Well, and of course fire, but I think it's the only map where it's not super crazy, because we know what the mission story to get them there.
Indeed. I would agree, definitely the most intuitive one. But the spin is here, and if you don't mind it, I'll read it out.
Please do.
We have Shopkeeper, Loud Pistol Elimination as Shopkeeper for 1, and then Silent Shotgun as Consulate Janitor. You know, which doesn't seem too bad. Of course, Loud Pistol Elimination seems a bit daunting, to be honest. And it also kind of is, so I'm interested. if they'll do that. I mean, kind of makes sense to do consulate janitor for claws. That it just seems kind of sensible.
It makes sense. However, it's a agency pickup, so you can't really get this first kill in the first half minute, which
That
Jokerj would try to get the quick isolation. And I would
That is true.
consider doing loud kills or preferring loud kills on Klaus over Reza, because the school will always hear it. And
Yeah, and the
loud
school will go in
live.
crazy lockdown.
Yeah.
It's not just. I mean, this could still work. I think the nearest agency pickup should be in the garage. Mistaken.
Yeah, it's on the map below him now, so that's what it's
Yeah.
meant for.
Yeah, so we see that, but of course it does take some time. Like this is like a night isolation, but I'm not even sure if this is faster. I mean, it's a bit faster than just isolating him at the railing, but but it does take some time. So that has to be accounted for, and we do see Blithe starting with another approach. We're starting on the rooftop and just getting the shopkeeper disguise, which is the other disguise required. And this also is very sensible, I think. Maybe because of the loud kill, but also just because of how the disguises are laid out here. That the consulate janitor is free anyway, so you don't necessarily need to start as him, and can just take the time, infiltrate the consulate as shopkeeper, and then exodus with the consulate janitor.
Yeah, the getting the shopkeeper out of the way is a nice way to make your second half of the run easier. It doesn't even matter which kill he goes for. Of course, he can do both in this first cycle for Klaus. I would say that because of the easy dump, it would be more sensible to do the loud one here for Klaus.
Yeah, it does make sense. I mean, both work, but definitely has some. It's a good point. And I'm not sure what Jokerj was. This looks a bit risky for Jokerj. He just took a soldier disguise and left the body there. I don't know. It seems kind of risky to me. And
Yeah.
not even necessary. We could have just gone the other way around. So also cost him a lot of time. Like that's what I kind of. Oh, now he also got spotted by a camera. Now definitely would have been faster to just isolate the railing. But that's how it is. That's how Roulette works. But he has to live with it now and try to make it work. But of course he will get that Klaus kill. Just takes a lot of time. And Blithe with his shopkeeper will get Klaus very soon as well. I mean, he's a bit behind in-game time, but real-time wise, they should both get the Klaus kill around the same time, I would assume.
Yeah.
But Blithe arguably gets the harder one done first.
And Jokerj going up the stairs, which will be a frisk zone, so we'll have to turn around. Unless, I guess, if he places the briefcase, then it would be...
I mean, you can easily forget about that. I think it's probably still the gun. So, it's easy to forget about. So he has to go all the way around for sure, which further only increases the time spent.
I think it's not even a big deal that it takes 30 extra seconds now to get to Klaus. The problem is that the shopkeeper disguise and the razor kill will be a daunting challenge as Blithe gets this first kill and a very hard one out of the way. From then, it's consulate janitor silence shotgun, basically formality.
Yeah, pretty much. That can be very daunting, and that's indeed a bit. Could say it's a bit daunting. Playing out for shopkeeper should not be too difficult, but he is 4 minutes in now, and he also needs to lose evidence first, because that's only possible in the school, in the consulate. So yeah. Also, a thing that we don't see often in Marrakesh, because there are only 3 cameras.
Yeah.
And normally they're not really on your path. Not sure what he's going back for.
Not sure either, just yet. Did he leave an item in here?
Oh, he gets a loud pistol. Okay. That's a loud pistol from the guard.
Ah, good call. It's rarely used for smugglers. Pistols, of course, on most maps, if not all.
Yes. Well, Blithe looking very good here. He is on his way onto the rooftop. Okay, the headmaster is gonna grab that key and is looking very good to Let's get that safe shotgun janitor kill on Razor and exit somewhere there. I don't think he had the truck keys, but you know that shouldn't matter too much.
Yeah, it's all silenced. Worst case scenario is that he has to walk those extra 20 seconds. Of course, he doesn't know that, but he has minutes worth of lead here, and just I
Yep.
guess, like, unlike Sapienza, he doesn't really have a head turn to lose to anymore. I think the elite guard cycle downstairs and Reza spotting him in cover would be the two last challenges of this map.
Yeah, pretty much. But other than that, it's not really much that can happen. Meanwhile, Joker having a bit of struggles here. There we go. That's the evidence deleted. Bullet, but that's the problem. I just need to get his janitors guys back though.
Should be
yeah.
a couple hidden somewhere.
Not janitors guy. He already got that kill. I know it's not true.
Oh yeah, the shopkeepers.
It's
from
shopkeeper. Yeah. He did the other kill on that. I don't know. Okay, we had turn, but he doesn't get spotted. At least gets the truck keys. You know, saves a bit of time at exit. You know, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
But he is 6 minutes in, and still has a lot of work before him, which just means it's looking very, very good for Blithe.
Yeah, that key is
to
interesting
tie up
because it's funny because he won't, like, if Blithe gets this, then the key doesn't make a difference. If Blithe restarts, then Joker's advantage is too high. Just, you know, the theoretical part, like, the what if. What matters is that it is looking really good for Blithe.
Indeed. Indeed. So now he's gonna try again. Cursor didn't work. This one should be investigated. Yep. And it's just a simple. Ooh. Okay. I mean, it was a frontal. The guys downstairs heard that. There's not a problem. It's still a silent kill. So the guy will come upstairs, but he could. There's some options he could do here.
Distract,
for
example.
Distract. You could use that coma. You could also dump the body off. Just dump it out the window. That also works.
Oh, this is. He's looking.
But
like
this
a
looks to be
very.
this looks. Okay, he's gonna try to play the coin there and really get like Raider out of that field of view. That's the most important part here.
I don't think he'll react to the coin, right?
He will.
If he's on a distraction.
I think he should still.
Okay, he does.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's a good save.
He does. That should cancel that distraction show. Yeah. Seems like he's good to go. Yep, he's gonna go downstairs again, and that should be it for Blithe.
If he doesn't jump into this elite guard, then he gets
he didn't, luckily. He didn't. This guy can change the Skydus, and now you can just run to an exit, no enforce anymore. So yeah, I think it's safe to say GG to Blithe. Very well done. A bit of a exciting moment at the end, but otherwise, just smooth Marrakesh as we know it. Not much that can go wrong there, and very cleanly done.
Yeah, a tiny bit of a setback, but it is still a sub 8-minute run, sub 10 in terms of real time. It's one of his best maps, of course, one of the better roulette players nowadays. So very convincing win, and ties it up the score again, 2-2.
Indeed, we'll have a decider, and it's going to be Berlin.
First decider, and on the map which sees no spin condition changes, there are some adjustments, of course, to make it more consistent with other maps. So there is now fire band because we want conditions to be doable on the most, if not all targets, but the rest are fine. And of course there is the potential to have these
yeah, you mean like the specifications of melee shown?
Yeah, Yeah, the live kills and
And
personal
the
elimination.
eliminations. Yeah, that makes sense. But of course, yeah, I mean the whole tourney is basically Roulette but Berlin style in Berlin, and this is in Berlin, so that's not
Yeah.
the biggest change there. But of course, still new conditions, so I guess still very interesting. But it's going to be still more classic Berlin gameplay as we know it, and depending on the spin conditions, on the skill conditions themselves, it might or might not be a bit switched up. Yeah, of course. But then game scores to true decider just means we'll have no time limit. Otherwise, nothing changed there, and the winner will advance to round 2. Loser will be out of. Yeah, just to mention it's the first round match round of 16. So, but of course, I mean, it's still very high quality too. This has luck as a draw. Jokerj, both very good players, of course, as we saw, and just means one of them, despite the incredible play, will have to go.
Yeah, at least they are both getting their full 5 maps out of it, winning 2 of them at least. So it's a nice tournament from either of them. Would be looking really good in the future rounds, but one will be eliminated sadly.
Indeed. Well, Berlin should not be that far away. 1.5 minutes. I'm sure it will be very exciting.
And then obviously hoping for some extra kill methods. Not that Berlin is not always unique, but just interested to see something for this event at least. Just under 2 minutes now.
Indeed. Yeah. So let's see. I mean, I know Berlin can be a bit of a daunting map in general. It's definitely, with 5 targets and the complexity of it all. But I mean, both are veteran, seasoned Roulette players, especially Blithe, so that shouldn't be too much to handle.
Yeah, I guess decider nerves would be a different factor if they are in.
Surely. Everyone has ever played one. That's definitely a factor that you can't underestimate. We'll see how much it actually plays out here. Oh, 15 seconds away now until we get our 5 kill skies conditions. And there it is. You want to read out?
Sure, I can. Ooh, nicely appearing with the plus sign on the timer. So we have concealable knife as bartender, concealable melee, by the way, kitchen knife any as Rolf Hirschmuller, loud AR as club security, thrown garden fork as technician, drowning as delivery guy. So it is a drowning accident and a live concealable kill, and a loud AR. I guess the noteworthy ones.
Yeah. Loud ARs. I mean, of course, there are some. Can carry it around, bring that in, and yeah, otherwise just a lot of melee items. So I think that should definitely be hand manageable. Yeah, let's say that word. Sounds better. And Jokerj already consistent with his previous maps, quick to load in the biker start. Snail even looks to be going for Thames first.
Which is interesting because the biker isn't a disguise, the club crew isn't a disguise, so it would be just an isolation, and he cannot even get Thames, so it would be now going up to the rooftop where he can get club security and the concealable knife.
That is interesting indeed. Just gonna get another isolation on the roof, preparing his targets. Banner as well, so he's gonna have 3 targets knocked out eventually. But he does not have, yeah, as you said, not worked on the skies, collisions yet. I mean, it's definitely a possibility. Only 2 of the kills have to be done live, which is of course drowning and going to be done live melee, but the other 3 could be done while they are knocked out. So definitely a valid approach. In the meantime, Blithe starting on the subscrew guys, which is kind of I would say the standard start if it's no suit involved, and it's gonna with that first disguise required with the bartender going off the roof, but he does have some issues here with Peekaboo, but it was very nicely solved. A bit down the stairs, he didn't see the guard knocked out downstairs, so all solved, all knocked out. Should cause no issues for him.
Worth noting that concealable melee means that you can't kill green with it, who has the item. So it's just a KO to get the item and probably a cheaper shot.
Can't be killed with that for sure. Just needs to pick it up first. But change it to the security and kill him with a loud assault rifle. I'm always not sure of this one. Like, who hears that and what happens?
Yeah, I'm curious about it one because no one comes here at all. So probably a civilian who doesn't have the means to tell a guard where it is, but then no guard is in range. It's something like that, I guess.
Maybe. But I think that should be fine. I think so. Which, of course, means first kill down for Blithe, and he's well on his way for a second one with the bartender and the Cathedral Knife in hand. Banner coming up, but that was a throw. That was not a melee.
That was a
throw. I mean, it was close up, but it was still a throw.
Yeah, so that will be a restart for Blithe, sadly. I'm sorry, I can't do basically anything else. I'm refreshing the streams every couple of seconds, and still Yanni will be ahead by a few.
I'm sorry. I'll try to restore myself a bit. I can buffer them a bit, and then I'm unofficially a bit behind. Yeah, that should be better.
Thank you.
Let's try that.
Noticed any loners tonight?
And yeah, hope Blithe knows about that soon. Yeah, he had to rep my message, I hope. And we'll restart. That's sad. He wasn't looking very good, honestly. But has to do that whole thing again. I mean, I think it was a very good approach for sure. Just needs to do that without throwing the knife, which honestly I understand a little bit hard. So he kind of has to find a window where he would not accidentally KO him. Which can be sayable. It doesn't have to be that one, but if he wants to do banner, he would probably have to wait until he's up the whole staircase.
Yeah. So it's now a tie in terms of kills done, because interestingly, Jokerj hasn't killed anyone, and now this is a Agent Rhodes, I think, isolation, but also no disguise nor item, and Jokerj just leaves him be actually. I wonder what he's going for. Maybe he has time to get the technician. He's looking towards that. He can also get a disguise from here, which is the delivery guy for drowning. Maybe he has made. Yeah, he opened this garage door, so he made Lorenthal's food. Well, he poisoned it.
Nice setup. He did poison the food. Very, very nice setup. It is going to be his first kill.
But then Blithe already equalizing and taking the lead very shortly if he can get this melee kill.
We'll have to wait this is if he tries on the stairs, I'm a bit scared for him because that's difficult. That's really difficult.
Yeah,
But might work out.
with him being so quick.
Might work out. And yeah, he also has to pull a knife out and stuff. It's honestly not easy.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get him into a fight. That might work.
Yeah, maybe.
Yep. Oh, nice done. That was very nice. Passed him on up in the middle, just where he wasn't, between two staircases, and that's the second kill down. Very nice. Now, yeah, just despite the restart, already ahead in kills again. Very sick. And now, Joker also changed into a bartender, but I hope he doesn't try to show the concealable knife as well. Oh, please no.
Would be very unfortunate equalizer.
Okay, he does change it. Good. I was scared. He changed the bartender and he equipped it already. But seems he has reread that one, which is good. Instead, going to Garden Fork Technician.
It will be number 2 for him. 4 and 5 done for him already, so leaving the other 3, and that is a Raptor AI, I believe, or I'm not sure what the name is.
I have no idea what it is either.
But it is definitely an AR.
Yep.
And,
no SMGs AR troubles this time.
If we get the loud one here, Blithe with 3rd kill is the drowning on Agent Swan.
Nice. Just speeding through these. We don't have any markers, but I think that means that Technician Garden Fork and Rolf Kitchen Knife are the ones that Blithe is missing now.
Yep.
Oh my god! Did you see that whoosh on the?
Oh, that's
on the shot.
Very
that's crazy.
Strong one. Yeah, could have been a riff in other rounds, but gets away with it this time, and we'll be looking to get the Garden Fork here. It's a hostile area, of course, and have to dodge the bikers. Probably just KO this one guy to have access into this room.
It could be interesting. Live way to okay, Peekaboo agent. I think I wrote that is. Like this is the agent that I interact the least with, so
yeah.
I guess it's gonna go for that. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. The Garden Fork already there.
He will get the disguise to get the Garden Fork back into Technician, and will be 4 out of 5 in just a second.
I mean, that's just really efficient and clean Berlin play from Blithe.
Yeah, 4.5 minutes, 4 kills down.
He's changing these so well. That is the secret of Berlin, and he's doing it so incredibly well, like pretty much no one else. So he only has Rolf's kitchen knife left, and I'm not sure if he has a kitchen knife, but there are plenty around.
Wouldn't be an issue to get one, yeah.
Doesn't look like it, but yeah, sure you can pick up one somewhere. It's also in the back of the sky, so shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be much of a problem. And then Rolf, of course, is not hard to isolate either. So it's looking very, very good for Blithe. I might go for Chamberlain on the second cycle in security room. That might be an option for him.
Speaking of Chamberlain, it's looking like an isolation for Jokerj in the downstairs security hub where Chamberlain or even Montgomery will be isolated. He's on 3 out of 5 kills. It was a very close call with the distraction there, but gets one security down, and he's looking for the cycles now to maybe get them inside. But I think he will wait and get the Rolf kill in the meantime, Rolf disguise in the meantime.
Yeah, because Chamberlain, that was like Chamberlain will take a while. So for his 3rd cycle, so he is indeed gonna do that. In the meantime, Blithe now in Rolf disguise. Chamberlain is he walking back on his way back. Maybe he's gonna grab a kitchen. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna seek her Chamberlain. I mean, that also works. He should go to the bin there.
Yeah, I think so too.
Of course, it's even more efficient. Just don't have to wait. Just go with that. In the meantime, grab a kitchen knife from the counter here. Oh man, I'm loving how Blithe is playing here. It's There's really no time to waste. He's just chaining them one after one.
Yep, and it will be kill number 5, and the disguise to exit the map. Might be barely a 4th kill for Jokerj if the cycles work out, but definitely not 5 and definitely not in 30 seconds. Blithe behind 1-2, but gets the comeback down, and should it be green guns at the exit, he will finish off the first decider with his win. Just needs to exit in the basement, and that should be the match done.
Indeed, very well deserved. GG's. 3-2 win for Blithe overall. Means Jokerj is.
Oh, well, now for me now exited, so
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Means Jokerj will be eliminated.
under 7
Oh,
minutes
GG
too.
close.
Under 7 minutes too. That's don't
Yeah,
you see that
that too.
in tournaments.
Often, yeah, very, very well done for sure. Very great balloon play.
Yeah, that means oh, nicely already updated, so
Yeah.
we can go to the brackets. And we have our first confirmed quarterfinal. Blithe will be playing Linux Penguin in the second round, and the winner of that match will play either Phenium or Viger or Mika. Basically those 3, and that means 5 people are now in contention for the final from the bottom half of the bracket.
How it will be? Well, it was a great match to be honest. We started at 1.5 hours of great entertainment, and despite some Discord issues on my side, hope it was an enjoyable experience for everyone and extremely close. And thanks so much for having me.
I'm glad you could join. I'm glad you could rejoin after the issues and that it didn't take so long. And yeah, it was another great match, at least the first decider, and went the full 5 maps and saw some great plays. And of course, for further great plays, we have 2 more matches to watch today. The first at 8 p.m. Central European Time. That is in 3.5 hours between Lewis and Mikular. And then 2 hours after that, Pijero will play Mika, which will be the 7th round 1 match already. So making really good progress in the first few days.
Indeed, that's a very fast-paced tournament. You love to see it. Well, yeah.
But yeah, that is it from us, and thanks again for joining me, Yanni.
Sure, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Then see you guys for one of the future matches. See you.
See you.